I'm in the
See an Arsenal
Champions
fan being
I'm in the
selected
Champions
for
League
European
right now.
trophies.
Levels don't change.
Look at this
Levels
man. Look at this man in an Arsenal
Levels
jersey.
don't change.
choosing
Old
selecting
things are
European
passed away.
trophies.
Old things are passed away. I am now in the Champions
You
League.
dare talk to me about Champions
Talk to me.
League?
Yes. This is the person that should not be talking Chelsea because they are not there.
You are the
They are
one
not in
who.
the
You are the
Champions
one who
League.
should
They are
be.
not
When
in
are
the
they
Champions
in
League.
Champions League?
That's not my business.
On this
That's
set
history.
right now, I'm the most recent winner of the
that is
Champions
history.
League.
Historian FC.
Oh,
Talk about
so
now.
you are current
Talk
Champions League
about
winners.
now.
Are you
in
current
the
Champions League winners?
Tomorrow now when we are playing, dun, 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 you'll be sleeping.
Fam, for
You'll
7
be
years.
sleeping.
For
bro.
7 years.
You could pick any winger from
be-
any Premier
To be
League club.
honest, in as much as I love Rashford, but I think I'll pick Mitoma.
It's a good day to talk about football, and it's even better right here at Naija Football Talk. It was an action-packed weekend where the usual suspects of Manchester City, Arsenal, and the big boys did their thing. I mean, Chelsea did what they know how to do best, drop points yet again. But a curious case came at Old Trafford where something special happened, and that is the basis for our discussion today. We'll get right into it. So just before our discussion today, we have two special guests in our midst, and it would be wrong if I don't introduce them. To my right-hand side, I have Mr. Bolu. I mean, we all know him. We all know what he is known for. Chelsea, dropping points as usual. Bolu, how you feeling, man?
I'm doing good. As long as Arsenal are not winning the Premier League, it's all good.
Now, waiting in the East, convince yourself.
Nah, sure, I'm not going to win.
Bolu, you realized in the last 2 hours of football, Chelsea have not scored a goal.
I realize, yeah,
And you're happy about that.
I'm not happy about that, obviously.
Okay.
What can I do? I have to keep breathing.
All right. Now let's move on to the man of the day. It's his first time here on Naija Football Talk, and it's a big, big welcome. It's his own debut, if you like to say that. Shedrack, I call him Sheddy, Mr. Shedman himself. Good to have you here on set, bro.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here.
Glad.
No, this is our new Haaland.
Yeah, it's the new Ireland, actually. And so the major bone of contention today is Manchester United, and you're a Manchester United fan, so we are going to need some of your expertise in our questions. And it's a curious case of the Xavi, the goalkeeper that can play like Xavi, in the name of Andre Onana. Manchester United signed him for
Onana.
what's my name? Manchester United signed him for £47 million in the summer, replacing David De Gea, who I consider one of the greatest goalkeepers to have graced the Premier League. And it has been a mixed feeling so far. 10 goals conceded. Shedrack, how do you feel about Onana as your goalkeeper?
Okay. First of all, let me just express myself how I feel about him, right? I feel terrible. One word.
Okay. Yeah, wow.
One word, I feel terrible.
Why?
I just have to just tell you straight up. One word, I feel terrible. Because the thing about it is, I mean, you said it yourself now. From De Gea to Onana, the comparison is crazy. It's like from 100 to 0.
Wow, so you are saying De Gea was an upgrade and moving to Onana was a downgrade?
Obviously.
So you already hear from Shedrack, De Gea to Onana is a downgrade. What do you guys think? Let us know in our comments below. So, but I want to ask you a question now. If De Gea was an upgrade to Onana, what do you think De Gea was doing well that Onana is not doing at the moment?
Okay, the thing about it is that what's the primary objective of a goalkeeper?
Shot stopping.
Simple. And has Onana been able to achieve that?
He has considered 10 goals.
I mean, it's quite obvious. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very, very practical and realistic person.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I'm someone who is focused on putting square pegs, square holes. Do you understand? Or round pegs in round holes. Do you understand? That's it. So basically, if you are coming into a team, right, as a goalkeeper, your primary objective is to do what? Is to stop, shots from entering the goalpost. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't care about you giving assists. I don't care about you, throwing passes, doing all that things. No. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. That's not the reason why you are here. The reason why you are here is to do what? Is to keep for us. Simple. It's as simple as that.
Okay, Shedrack, just one more question for you before I move on to Bolu here. So, as at this time last season, the year had considered 7 goals, 21 shots. Onana has conceded 10 goals from 28 shots. Now, Manchester United fans, I don't even know which one is better to me, but Manchester United fans are making a case saying, oh, the defense are not helping Onana. Do you agree with that? You must consider that last season, De Gea had Maguire starting in front of him. And now there is no Maguire. So is it a case of the defense or is it a case of Onana is just not good enough?
Okay, the thing about it is that I usually tell people that, I don't know, probably maybe I'm just like a different breed of Manchester United fan. Do you understand? Because if you notice, Manchester United fan base at large, you understand, we are all like separated, right? We all have different views. Mm-hmm. You understand now?
Like most fan base.
Obviously, you understand.
Yeah.
So me, I've got a person, personally, I just have to just like state it here. Me, I have like one massive love for De Gea. Do you understand? Even at the time when like our club had to let him go and all that, you see that I really, really felt it. You understand? I tell people that I have just like 3 favorites in Manchester United. I have De Gea, Bruno Fernandes, and Marcus Rashford. You understand? And now I'm just like down to 2. Do you understand? I'm just down to 2 right now. You understand? So the thing about it is, okay, yes, defense, right? We have the Martinez, right? We have Martinez. Due to injury, we now have Lindelof in place of Varane.
Yeah.
You understand? And all that. Yes, we understand that, okay, there have been some lapses here, right? There have been some, defensive errors. You understand? In quote football terms, defensive errors. You understand? But the thing about it is that irrespective of the defensive errors, you understand, and whatever it is, I mean, you're a goalkeeper. Save one ball for us. Please. Save one. Do you understand?
Yeah.
See, I can't count how many times that De Gea has saved us. I mean, you just look at the ball and you think that this is a goal.
Remember against Arsenal, 13
Are you
saves.
with me now?
Yeah.
You just look at the ball and say that this is a goal. All of a sudden, you see that De Gea has pushed it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, okay. So you made your point clear that you are not a fan of Onana and you've never been in support. Okay, we'll come back to you. But Bolu, this one is for you. Based on what Shedrack has said and based on the early signs we've seen, do you think it is too early for Manchester United fans to start to worry? Or are they right to be bothered?
I think fans would always be worried. Every fan hopes for a perfect start to the season. But as much as in my team, like I'm being optimistic towards Manchester United fans too much, I feel like they've also had too many injuries. They've had Luke Shaw's out. Martinez has been out for a bit this season. Varane has been out. Wan-Bissaka is now out. So even the defense in front of Onana has not been balanced. They've not had a stable defense for all their 5 games so far. So Onana has had to play in front of, play behind different defenders, different combinations. Yeah. They've been across the team as well. It's not been properly balanced. They didn't have a striker for the first 4 games of the season. Now Højlund is there.
Ikorodu
a lot of defenders.
Ikorodu
Haaland.
Yeah.
Now a lot of defenders are injured. Midfielders have not fully settled into the team. Amrabat hasn't made his debut yet. So there are a lot of imbalances, as I see it from the outside. A lot of imbalances so far. We've not had probably Ten Hag's preferred 11 yet this season, playing at the same, starting the game and playing 90 minutes together. So I think there's that. There's also the worry of, are they having a second season decline?
Yeah.
There's that, but I think the overall, the major thought towards Manchester United is that they've not really settled this season. They've not had their full squad and full starting lineup yet.
Okay, so just quickly to round this up. So Shedrack, this is a direct question. De Gea to your left, Onana to your right, you are Ten Hag. Who are you picking right now to start as your goalkeeper? You are Ten Hag.
Isn't that obvious? Isn't that obvious? Sure, De Gea.
You're picking De Gea over
no brainer.
A Ballon d'Or nominated goalkeeper.
Excuse me. I beg.
So you feel De Gea letting De Gea go was a mistake?
Of course, I feel so. Yes, I do.
Okay. Away from Andre Onana on the pitch, we're moving off the pitch to the man that recruited him and brought him to Manchester United. Some fans have not been pleased with his decisions lately, and we are going to take a closer look at them. We'll be right back. So I've got my reservations about Onana and De Gea, but I'm not going to talk so much. I mean, why should I talk? I have two brilliant goalkeepers. I have Aaron Ramsdale. I have Raya as well. I can rotate. These two guys on set, they can't relate.
You have Spain and England's number 2 goalkeepers.
No,
on
number
the
1
bench.
goalkeeper. Correction. I beg your
Spain's
pardon. I beg your pardon.
Spain's
Aaron
number 3
Ramsdale.
goalkeeper and
Aaron
England's number 2
Ramsdale
goalkeeper.
is number 1's.
Carry on.
England's number 1 goalkeeper. Please. I beg
It was
your,
where
I
it was
beg your
meant to
pardon.
be against Everton.
Please, you can't relate.
Pickford is England's number 1 goalkeeper.
Your
It was in the net.
Your
While
goalkeeper
his backup for England was also on
we
the
are
bench
talking
for
about
Arsenal.
goalkeepers. I don't even know who is worse, Onana and Sanchez. I don't know who is
I don't
worse
care.
right
I'm
now.
not saying Sanchez is
But
Spain's number 1, but Raya is Spain's number 1.
We'll go back to
Neither
that.
is
Your
Ramsdale.
goalkeeper, I won't need the net. I won't need the
I won't need no net your keeper twice.
Terrorize your goalkeeper.
And when he net to keeper last season, net him again this
Bolu,
season. I beg rest.
Rest first. Let's move on. Let's move on to Ten Hag and what he has been doing lately and his decisions as the Manchester United coach. So, Shedrack, I'm going to need your Manchester United foresight or insight rather.
Right.
Strictly, what is Ten Hag doing wrong right now?
Okay. Let me just start from the beginning, right? The thing about Ten Hag is, obviously when Ten Hag came in, right, we all saw the obvious change. You understand now? He brought in like a whole new vibe to the team, right? And then, from last season was not really bad, right?
I mean, you won your plastic cup now. Your
Carabao Cup.
Yeah, your
Still
plastic
a cup. He's not community.
But funny
It's not a charity. It's not a charity cup.
Since I've known you,
Like the one you won.
Shedrack, is that not the only cup man you have won? Since we've known each other for years now. For years now.
Europa League is there.
Oh, come on. We don't
Europa
do
League.
that. I talk about Champions League, please. I don't
Okay,
relate.
when was the last time you won Champions
I'm
League?
in
See
the
an Arsenal
Champions
fan being
League
selected for
right
European
now.
trophies.
Levels don't change. Levels don't change.
Look at this man in an Arsenal
Levels
jersey.
don't change.
choosing
Old
select
things are
European
passed away.
trophies.
Old things are passed away. I am now in the Champions
You
League.
dare talk to me about Champions
Talk to me.
League?
Yes. This is the person that should not be talking Chelsea because they are not there.
who?
You are the
They are
one
not in
who.
the
You are
Champions
the one
League.
who should
They are
be.
not
When
in
are
the
they
Champions
winning
League.
Champions League?
That's not my
On
business.
this
That's
set
history.
right now, I'm
That
the most
is-
recent winner of the
that is
Champions
history.
League.
Historian FC.
Oh,
Talk about
so
now.
you are current
Talk
Champions League
about
winners.
now.
Are you
in
current
the
Champions League winners?
Tomorrow now when we are playing, dun, 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 you'll be sleeping.
Fam, for
You'll
7
be
years.
sleeping,
For
bro.
7 years, you
Bro,
didn't sing that
rest.
song.
Do not
rest.
do not
7 years.
disrespect me.
When Champions League men
7
are
years, you
talking,
didn't sing the song.
when
See.
Champions League men are talking,
Do not-
Chelsea.
Hey, wait.
stay
See this European slave
Wait.
talking about Champions League glory.
Wait.
Bro,
Arsenal,
you are
do
the
not
rag of
disrespect
Europe.
me.
Everybody dunks
Don't
on you.
don't talk about Champions League.
Before this,
Just drink
before
water on
this,
your failures in Europe.
don't
Don't
talk
talk
about
about
Champions
European
Sorry, so
success.
Shedrack,
yeah.
before this mid-table side fan
Mid-table here, I'll take
before
it.
he
But Champions League
interrupted us,
winners, yes.
let's move back to the discussion.
Yeah,
Erik
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag. So
You
what is he
understand?
doing wrong at the
So
moment?
okay, let me just like go straight to it, right?
Yeah.
What I feel he's doing wrong is the fact that I personally feel Ten Hag is biased. Are you with me? Yes, I'm just gonna say it as it is. You understand? I personally feel he's biased. First, how? You understand? Ten Hag is recruiting old players. First of all, he's recruiting players that he had played with before.
Yeah.
Are you with me? Or probably maybe he had played against. Are you with me? Players that he likes, players that have been on his team before. You understand?
He has managed that.
And-
There's players who are all clients of his agents. Let's just go
Exactly.
Okay, let's say that. You understand? And it's not as if these players are okay. We have no issues with it if you are bringing in stars. Do you understand? But you are bringing in the likes of Antonio. I mean, did you get? I mean, we are bringing in the likes of Antonio. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, even the last signing, which was Amrabat, right? Currently, our recruitment staff said they had like no hand in it.
Yeah. In
Are you
fact,
with me now?
yeah.
They said they had no hand in it, that it was just solely Ten Hag's effort, and that's it. So why?
And the
Why
guy
are we
happens
doing
to
that?
share agents with Ten Hag, so it
It's
just
even
why are we
interesting
doing that?
because apparently Amrabat was injured when Manchester United signed him.
Exactly. That's even another thing. Now, it's funny, we brought in Hodgson, right? And Hodgson was injured. He could not start. You understand now? We had to wait for like how many weeks before he could start?
Yeah.
3 weeks before he could start. Okay, no problem. Amrabat, still injured. Back injury. Are you with me now? Why are we signing injured players? Why are we signing your past players?
Okay. So Shedrack goes with the mindset that Ten Hag needs to stop his bias. He needs to stop bringing in players that he has strictly managed before and players that just fit what he wants to achieve and players that need, players that suit, the vacancy in that Manchester United squad. But Shedrack will come back to you. And Bolu, just a quick question here. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but I watch enough United games to see that players like Anthony don't deserve to start. Unfortunately, or not, is suspended at the moment. And when I look at players like Anthony and sometimes, other players out there on the pitch, do you feel like there are some players that should not be starting for Manchester United?
Definitely, right from last season. There was a time when Maguire was making so many mistakes every game, even before Ten Hag, and Maguire always played every.
Yeah, but credits to Ten Hag, he
finally dropped him. Yeah. But then there are players like Anthony that deserve to be dropped. Sometimes Martial doesn't deserve to play, even though there's barely been any competition for his position. But there are certainly enough players that don't deserve to start. To play as much as they do in the Manchester United team. So I think going back to what you said about Ten Hag being stubborn and only doing, I think it's just that Dutch element of being strong in his own ways and doing what he knows best. I think that's just where it comes from for him. And looking at it from the outside, it's very just make changes. Sometimes, if I remember the point last season when United were playing so many games that they were playing, always playing
the same line.
Just make changes, man.
Exactly. Yeah, and
so
Shedrack, the opposite.
That's simple sometimes.
The opposite side of this question comes to you. If we see that there are some players that should be dropped, which players do you feel should be given more chances?
Okay. At the time when we had issues with players, you understand, and strikers. If you recall, last game he brought in Hannibal, right? And what happened? Hannibal scored a goal. We had young stars in Manchester United last season. He gave Garnacho a chance, and look at what's happened last season with Garnacho. We had the likes of Zidane Iqbal, but obviously he sold him off. You understand? You see it when the fans are crying every day, bringing these young.
The left tree is there as well.
Are you with me? Yes, sure. I'm still coming back to Facundo Pellistri. You understand? You see when people are crying, we're like, every time, please bring in these young boys. You understand? Now we have these boys. Bring them in. Let them play. He brought in Hannibal. And Hannibal made it 3-1 at least. Would have gone away with 3-0. You understand? So he needs to look at the youth team. Are you with me? Look at these guys and give them. We have Kobe Mino. You saw what Kobe Mino did at the preseason, right? It was awesome. If not for
he's currently injured.
You understand? I know he's currently injured. That's why he's not playing. But imagine if he was here. You understand? So we have young stars. Young stars that are ready. They are hungry. You understand? I think one of the problems we have now is the fact that we have boys in our team that know that I'm still gonna play.
Yeah,
you
regardless.
The likes of Marshall.
Number one, Anthony.
You understand? Anthony's like, I'm still gonna play.
Rashford, senior man.
I don't care if I spin the ball 100 times. I don't care if my right foot is not working. Are you with me? I'm still going to play, and that's wrong. Players should know that. See, the thing about it, if you are not performing, you are going to get benched, right? And I'm going to bring in young stars that are hungry. And trust me, when you bring them in, they will perform. And we've seen it. We've seen it with Garnacho. We've seen it with Kobe Mino. We've seen it with Hannibal.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. So the last question we'll be taking on Ten Hag is man management issues. So famously, Ten Hag and Ronaldo fell out. We know how that played out with Piers Morgan and the whole issue, the back and forth, and now it's looking like ghosts from the past again with Sancho, who is now facing a similar kind of situation with Ten Hag once again. So is it a case of Ten Hag having man management issues, or is it Sancho just being indisciplined?
Okay, the thing about this is let's separate it first.
Okay.
You understand? Let's separate Ronaldo's own first. You understand? Let's focus on Sancho's own.
Yeah.
The problem we have with the current players right now is that most of them, they lack discipline. Players do not know that talent is not enough.
Agreed.
Do you understand? Yes, you're good. You can play football and all that. No problem. But talent is not just enough. You have to be disciplined. Are you with me now? And now, it's not even worse when the player is not even good.
No talent, no discipline.
We are looking at Sancho has been in our team for how many seasons now?
Yeah.
Are you with me now? He has not given us that game that we want.
But but there's a case where he was good at Dortmund. He was a world beater at Dortmund. So people can say, is it Manchester United that affected him, or is he the one that just chose to, throw his career down the slide?
Okay, yes, he was good at Dortmund, right? But he's not the only player we signed. And we signed a lot of players.
Yeah.
We signed likes of Bruno Fernandes that right from day one. Are you with me now? They started balling from day one. So what happened? So it's your own personal thing. You understand? It's personal development. Are you with me now? Players are not putting in the work. They're not putting the effort that I want to be better. Are you with me? You will see it. You will see it in their game. Most of them they're always nonchalant. I'm sure there's this viral clip of him shouting at Bruno Fernandes not to moan.
Yes, not to moan.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. Like stop moaning.
Saw it.
You could see because Bruno Fernandes was like, I need you to do this. So it's a personal developmental thing. Are you with me now?
Yeah,
They need to work on themselves.
So talent is good, but it is not enough. Alongside your talent, players need to be disciplined. And this brings us to the final stretch of the Manchester United discussion, and perhaps the most polarizing Manchester United player, the player that leaves Manchester United fans divided in their opinions. His name is Marcus Rashford, and we'll get right into it. How can a player be so good and yet so bad at the same time? That is the case of Marcus Rashford. He's a very polarizing player in the sense that he's coming off his most fruitful season at Manchester United, scoring 30 goals. The first person to do that since Robin van Persie did so, and that helped Manchester United win a trophy. And I personally feel, as much as I dislike Manchester United, I feel he was robbed of a Ballon d'Or nomination. But
definitely,
I'm happy he was not there.
This
is not just on his CV.
Bruno
I'm a happy
also.
man. But let's move on to Manchester United and Marcus Rashford. If I were to bring 5 Manchester United fans here and I ask them what they feel about Marcus Rashford, I can assure you their opinions will be very different. And let's start with a Manchester United fan right here in the house with us. Marcus Rashford, your best player last season. But this season, it has been on and off, like a light bulb switch.
Okay.
So is Marcus Rashford simply a player you can rely on?
Okay, initially I told you that I have just 3 favorite players here.
Yeah.
And I said it was De Gea, Rashford, Bruno, and then Marcus Rashford. Obviously, De Gea is, so I'm left with just Bruno and Rashford. You understand? The thing about it is, yes, you can rely on Rashford. Rashford is good. Right, but obviously he's not perfect. He is good but not perfect. He has his own issues. You understand? I mean, from the last match, we could see that one of his major issues is the fact that he does not pass the ball. I mean, he didn't play with Højlund.
Yeah, at all.
He just wanted to play his own game. You understand? So the thing about it is that now we have a striker. You need to play with the striker. So currently that's the issue, and I feel that if he can sort that out, definitely he will perform well.
Okay, so Bolu, this one is for you. Yeah, there's a case of Rashford being played at different positions over his Manchester United career. Several times he has been required to play up front as the lone striker, and oftentimes he plays in his preferred left wing role. So where do you think is his best position?
Now the thing with Rashford is he's not well-rounded enough to be a 9.
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't enjoy being in 9. He doesn't enjoy the dirty work of being in 9. The working with your back to goal, the linking up play, holding up, all that. He doesn't enjoy all that. He just wants to run into space.
Yes. Cut
on the left side.
Then shoot.
He's never been well-rounded enough to be in 9. Neither is he a creative winger. He's a goal-scoring winger that wants to be fed, but he doesn't want to feed anyone. He doesn't want to feed his number 9. So that's the problem he has, and he's almost useless on the right wing. He has even said himself that he doesn't enjoy playing on the right wing because of the dynamics of playing on the right wing, cutting inside and all that. You can't do all that on the right wing, so it's not his position. So Rashford is just the guy who most coaches have to start. He always has to start from Manchester United, but then they have to work a way around having him and the number 9 working together, as well as having Bruno create for the both of them, because Rashford definitely would not create. And in the last game against Brighton, the only time he passed he tried to link with Højlund.
Yeah.
The goal was cancelled.
Yeah, it was.
Which is just very funny. So I think Rashford is just in that very awkward position. Now he has come off his best ever season. He needs that continuity. He needs to keep doing what he did last season
Yeah.
for the sake of the team and for himself individually. But I think that the dynamics of the team are going to change. It's going to change a bit this season because they have a number 9 now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be how they can work together, how they can. I really do not know how they're going to have to do it. I feel like Højlund would have to vacate the 9 position oftentimes to allow Rashford to be able to make his runs and get into space. So
We'll come
just have
back.
to work
We'll
around
come
it.
back to Rashford another day, obviously. But Shedrack, this one is for you to wrap up this
Okay.
segment.
Alright.
Think about wingers in the Premier League. Is there one winger you would pick if you had a free window to replace Marcus Rashford? Is there one winger you would pick to replace Marcus Rashford? If you could pick any winger from any Premier League club.
In as much as I love Rashford, but I think I'll pick Mitoma.
Mitoma to replace Rashford. So you're basically saying Mitoma is a better player than Rashford.
Not to replace, like replace.
Yeah.
You asked if I had like a free window.
Yeah, a free window.
But maybe just to put it in the team. You understand now? You understand? But maybe as a sub. You understand? But yeah, I'll pick Mitoma.
Pick Mitoma.
Okay, I hate to break it to you. If you're getting Mitoma, Rashford is benching because
Wow.
he's not going to play 9.
Wow. So Bolu, you're basically saying Mitoma is better than Rashford.
Well, he as a winger, he's definitely going to create more.
Yeah,
Just
he can score his fair number
don't
of
be
goals as
afraid.
well.
Don't tell our viewers Mitoma
No,
is
I'm not
better
saying
than
I'm not
Rashford.
saying he's a better player. Of
Yeah.
course, you can't just say he's a better player. But as a winger, he's definitely better than Rashford.
Okay, no be me talk amo. You heard it here. Mitoma is a better winger than Marcus Rashford. Bolu 2023. So that's all we have for the Manchester United segment. There will be more to talk about, of course, in the coming season. How many goals will Andre Onana concede? Will Marcus Rashford, pick off and continue his form from last season? Will Ten Hag stop being biased and, start making the right choices? All of that and many more will be answered in the coming weeks. But that's all we have for you on this segment. Don't forget to join the conversation and follow us on all social media on the icons showing right there on your screen. You can also join the conversation with your comments, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you've not done that already. Until next time, it's bye from us at Naija Football Talk.